Hello and welcome to Intuitive Goddess Tarot. I am Missy. Today we're going to do pick a deck reading, or what mostly we call pick a card, but this is all decks. And the question is, have we ever been together before in another life? Okay, the purpose of this reading is for you to find or unlock some subconscious things in your mind concerning the relationship that you are thinking of. It could be that you are still with this person, or you have been with someone in particular and maybe it didn't work out, or maybe for some reason, you keep thinking about this person. So what I know is sometimes when we incarnate or reincarnate, or we pass away, before we reincarnate and come back, there are some people, our souls make, a decision to come back to this life and finish something we didn't finish, or we decide that we want to be with that person again in the next time we reincarnate. So maybe you've been with someone and things are going very well and you're very happy, and you wonder why things are the way it is. Sometimes you are with someone and things are not going well, however you still choose to be with the person and you still don't understand why. So this reading is to help you to unlock what is in their subconscious, because sometimes your mind hides things from you and you don't even understand why you are still with a person, or why you can't forget about them. Maybe it's an ex, and you still think about them, or it's someone you met and you still can't forget about them because maybe the relationship was very good and you don't know why you even broke up and you still keep thinking about this person. So this could be a relationship you are still in, or a relationship that you are no longer in, but it's for you to understand why it is, and if you've been together before in previous life or not. And we'll also find out who they were to you in your previous life, and what it is. I've made some cards here, and these cards are going to tell us using my pendulum. This is I'll introduce him. He is called Rainbow. I met Rainbow in the crystal shop, and I introduced myself to Rainbow. And I say him because I feel a male energy whenever I touch Rainbow. My friend and I came up with a name. Rainbow told us he didn't like the first name, but he liked the second name, which is Rainbow. So since then I've been calling him Rainbow. And the first time I met him, I introduced myself and I said to him to show me his yes and his no. So his yes is going forward, backwards and forward, and his no is going sideways. So I did ask him to show me his yes and no, and I said to him I want to work with him with reading and divination. Does he want to work with me? And he said yes. So I brought him home, and since then we've been working together. But this is the first time he is being on camera, so he's going to help us to find more meaning to our readings. Okay, so I would ask that you take a close look at which deck you feel drawn to, or which deck you feel you might find your reading. And this is, remember, is to give you some form of healing. You don't have to be with a person in a relationship right now, but it's a relationship that has had a profound meaning for you, or has had some sort of effect on you one way or the other. So this reading is to help you to find some sort of healing. So the first deck is the Crazy Lace Agate. The second one is Amethyst. The third one is Lapis. And the fourth one is Malachite. Okay, so these are all different decks. So just pick which deck you feel drawn to, which reading you feel drawn to. I'll give you a moment and then you can select which one you want, and then we can begin. Okay, so we are going to begin with the Crazy Lace Agate. So we'll put this other here. Okay, so the cross cards here are the reason, or is the reason why you agreed to meet in this current life as you are now. And the base of this reading is the Justice card. Okay, so here we go. We have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Sorry, this is the King of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so let me check if you can see everything clearly. Yes, you can. I will move these here so everything will be on display. Yes, I know I love touching my cards. They are my friends, you know, they are my friends, all of them. So they all need to be touched and loved and feel loved. Okay, so the reason why you agreed to meet in this life, that is a fork in the road. And this is something you need to work on in this life. Okay. And this is the bonus card. It's a crystal card, and it's the Blue Lace Agate for throat chakra. So guess what it is? Okay, so yeah, right, everything is in display. Yeah, cool. So looking at this reading, we have the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Emperor. I don't feel like this particular, in this reading, these people got to be together. It looks to me as if there was a missed opportunity, or I'm not 100% sure, because, you know, everyone is looking somewhere. Nobody is actually looking at each other. You know, so looks like, oh, this is the High Priestess and this the Emperor. So I'm guessing these are two big positions, you know, high authority kind of people. But he is looking at us, she is looking there. but he's not looking at her. So I don't feel like these people got the opportunity to be together in this life. I mean, this life that we're reading about. So your person, you see, this woman is looking here, he is looking there. So it looks like they've been preoccupied with something, with work. As you can see in the images, they're preoccupied. Their mind is not on the relationship. So I feel maybe you didn't get the opportunity to be together, and if you were together, I think it was short-lived because there's just too much going on, or missed opportunity. And the funny thing is, or interesting thing is, that it says the base is justice. So it means that I don't feel this group were able to be together because of justice. Something needs to be justified. And looking at the fork in the road, it's talking about being on a crossroad. So if you're on a crossroads, it's almost similar to the justice card as well, because you need to make a decision as to whether you want to go left or right. And this also comes into play. The blue lace agate is talking about speaking your truth, being bold, being honest with yourself or whoever is involved. You see, and in this life, what you need to do, what's important is for you to have a stable relationship. And once you are able to, build up blocks, it has to be a solid foundation that you feel confident. That is what this relationship is teaching you. That relationship that you are thinking about, because you might have been together, you might not even have had a chance to be together, even in this life, you know what I mean? But you still think about this person. So this is what you could do. Once you are able to have that foundation in love or in relationship, then you can enjoy each other's company, or if anything at all, you can move on to enjoying being in love with whoever you are going to be with, because having a solid foundation in a relationship is important. So that is what your lesson is, to learn from that relationship. What I'll do is I'm going to read something from the blue lace agate so that you can hear what it's actually saying. Okay, so bear with me a minute or a few seconds. So the divination for the blue lace agate says, speak your heartfelt truth with integrity and confidence. Do not fear being judged. Okay, you shouldn't fear being judged. So the justice card still comes in, and also the fork in the road. If you're at crossroads, whatever decision you make, sometimes you're scared of speaking the truth or doing what is right because you don't want to be judged. Yeah. Expect news shortly and keep lines of communication open. Events unfold slowly. Return to basics and start again if necessary. Focus your mind and open your intuition. Your life will be long and happy. Accept your sensitive side. So when you look at this, Yeah. And when you look at this reading, I feel communication is not here. So if the blue lace agate comes in here, it's telling you these people are not communicating. And then when justice comes in, communication is important. So when this one came in, I thought, wow, this is serious. And what I'm going to do, or what we are going to do, is to find out how or why or what relationship, or I mean, because I don't feel these people got the opportunity to be together. So we're going to ask Rainbow to help us to understand why these people didn't come together. Because looking at this reading, everybody is looking somewhere else and nobody is looking at anybody's eyes, you know. So we are going to have a confirmation here. So these are their acquaintances, and then out of the acquaintances, let's see which one he selects, and then we can go from there. Yeah, so we put this here and we ask that Rainbow gives us an answer as to what relationship it was, or as to why they were not able to be together. Okay, so Rainbow, please give us an answer for what relation there was in the past. Okay, the answer is this one. So yes, it was an acquaintance. So as an acquaintance, we'll go through the other cards. Okay, so it was an acquaintance. So it could be that they might have met. Let's say the high priestess meets the emperor. Let's just say, yeah. And for some reason, because they're also preoccupied, they couldn't be together. This makes sense. This makes sense. They couldn't be together. Okay? So, as an acquaintance, something happened, they couldn't be together. So, we'll get more for the acquaintances as to why. Okay. Right. So we've got neighbors, we got neighbors, employer and employee, friends, teacher. So if they were an acquaintance, this is how they could have met. So we'll shuffle them, mix them, and then see how it goes. It doesn't matter which way, because I've mixed them. I'm not sure, I don't know which one is which. So we're going to see what Rainbow is going to pick. So what was the exact relationship here, since they were an acquaintance? The reason why they couldn't actually be together. Rainbow, please give us some answers. The answer is clear. That's the one. So we put all these away, and then we'll unveil what it is. Neighbors. Oh, that's so interesting. Right, so could it be, so that's what it's saying. That's what, you know, we've got here. You were neighbors, And I mean, you could have been in a high position jobs, and being neighbors. Obviously, maybe it was a bit awkward. It might have been a bit awkward for you guys to be together, or you never know, you used to live in the palace, or I don't know. But this is someone who knows, who's got in a higher authority job, you know. And this one is also a high position, because the high priestess is someone who's got who has got knowledge. You know, she reads a lot. She works with intelligence. She could be a psychic, or she could be FBI agent. She could be MI5. You know what I mean? But maybe because you were neighbors, or you could have even, you know, you couldn't be together. You were neighbors, or maybe you secretly fancied each other in that life, and because you were neighbors, you couldn't be together. Oh, what a shame! What a shame! What a shame! What a shame! Yes, yes. I mean, the emperor, looking at all this, you know, there is this woman is looking elsewhere. This guy is looking else. So you guys are not looking at each other. You know, it was an acquaintance. So it could be that once you both passed on, and you were in the planes of where, you know, when we die or when we incarnate, where we go, you made a pact, you know, because you want to come back into this life and be together. So you could have agreed that in this life you want to even be just friends and not necessarily be husband and wife. But you could be husband and wife. You could be anything you want to be. But you know, it is interesting, because for us to get the fact that you were acquaintances, I mean, it's so interesting, because I didn't think, like, looking at the reading, I didn't feel like you guys got the opportunity to be together. And then we've got the acquaintance, got the acquaintance card, and then the clarification was neighbors, which is quite interesting. Yes, so you couldn't get to be together. You couldn't get to be together. So because you felt it was injustice, for you, and that is why in this life you've decided to be with this person. Or it could even be that you're no longer together. However, sometimes you can have a relationship with this particular person you're thinking about, and things could be so good, and you're wondering, why am I still thinking about this person? Maybe you are even in a different relationship right now and you are happy, but you're still thinking about this particular person. It's because that in your other life, it was not justified. You might have had strong, attraction towards each other, but for some reasons you couldn't be together. Yeah, because you were at crossroads. You were at crossroads at that time, and you couldn't really communicate your feelings to each other during that time. And that is why now, having a solid relationship, being spoiled in a relationship is important to you because of the past love experience. And this makes sense. So I'm very happy with this reading. And yes, so there you go with Crazy Lace Agate. And that the deck I used was the Shadowscape. Yes, that's how the back looks like. And yes, it's been a fun reading. So I feel, having this in mind, what you need to do in life right now, your main advice is to communicate, if you're in a relationship, make sure you communicate your honesty, and don't be shy. Be open and let your partner know that that's what you want. Because if you don't speak up for yourself in a relationship, you will end up with nothing. You might feel, still wanting or whatever it is, but yes, speak up, okay? Yeah, and don't be scared. Yeah. Okay, cool. So thank you for watching the Crazy Lace Agate, and then we will move on to our next reading. Okay. Our next reading is the Amethyst. Did I say Amethyst? Yes, it's Amethyst. I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, so the reason why you've met in this life is to observe, yeah? To be observant. And what you need to know, what you need to learn, and that is it. And your bonus is that one. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. Let's put this totally away. Okay, so we got the Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 3 of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Right. So, what do we have here? The base of this reading is the 6 of Swords. Moving from a turbulent time to a calm situation. So overall, I would say that these people were together. I'm sure they got the opportunity to be with each other, but something changed. Because if we look at the Wheel of Fortune, when you see that in a relationship, it means that someone has come back from your past, but right now you need to check if it is worth being with this person. Yeah. And this oracle card, whilst I was shuffling for this particular reading, it fell down with other cards, with this one, and I thought, oh, there was just too many cards, so I put them back and I shuffled again, and then these two popped out again. So now, understanding, this is talking about time and this is talking about time, so it makes sense. You've been together, now it's time to assess, assessment, to observe. You want to, this card actually shows that you need to be patient. That's how I relate to this one. You need to be thoughtful, because if you're observing, how you have to think of how your partner is feeling, what the words you say to them, how you present your words. So your lesson, or the reason why you've come back here, maybe things were going well and then something changed because you've got two clocks here, two wheels here, two Wheel of Fortune here. So something definitely changed and you have decided to give this relationship a go. And I feel like this time, with this person that you are thinking about, it's time to if you are moving together, because here is the two of you, yeah, the two of you are going to somewhere better. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I see it. The two of you are making this journey together. So it looks to me, or it feels like, when you both passed on and you were in the, you know, when people die, where they go, you were in those realms, and you've decided that, okay, when we both reincarnate and we come back to life, we come to earth again, we have to make this work. Because maybe, obviously, you know, this used to be a very good home. It used to be a very good, happy home that you had, yeah, and something changed somewhere. Or if even something didn't change, you definitely don't want to be with the other, you know, without the other person. But I feel something changed with these two cards here. Something definitely changed, because this one is confirming that one. So this is someone you have definitely been with. So whether you are together with this person in this life right now, or that relationship has ended, or what, if even it's ended, I would say that whenever you see this person, you feel at home, because you have been with them before in a previous life, and now you are giving it another go. Your intention was to make it together. No place like home, because you're going somewhere that is calm and home, you see. So this is what you want, and this is how you feel with the person, because you've been together before. Whether you are still together, or this person is your ex-partner, or you're about to meet, or you've met the person, that is what you want. You want someone you feel at home with. That's what you want, because you've had that life before and it was taken away from you, but now that is what you want. Okay, I strongly feel like the two of you have been together before. So what we can do to achieve this is what the Quantum Quattro is saying to us, and I'm going to read it from the book so that you can hear it for yourself. Okay, it says, you are an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facts of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependency and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resource you have to draw on. So if it says codependency, this is a form of codependency, because you have decided to look at how this woman is leaning towards this man. So maybe in your past relationship you were codependent on each other, and that possibly brought that change in the relationship, because sometimes when you are codependent on each other, it will become too much, one way or the other. It will become too much, and perhaps that is why you are bored here. But then if even you are with your soulmate and you have this card comes in, it could be that, you know, you're too occupied with whatever you are bored with, you can't even see that you've got the right person in front of you. So let's continue what the crystal says. Yeah, it says, for the divination, karmic aspect needs healing. Your question is nowhere near as straightforward as it seems. So dig deep and see all sides. Yeah, the power of the whole is much greater than this component parts. Once you have all the information, you are invisible and evolve rapidly. Recognize that you cannot heal everyone else or influence their behavior, hence enhances your own well-being. So what is saying, you need to find healing within yourself. Because if you are here to observe, if you are here to observe, that observant that you've got is going to help you heal. But you cannot, as I was saying from before, you need to mind your words, how you say things, how your words affect the other person. So this card, coordinates with that. It's encouraging what this one is saying. You need to be thoughtful. You can't heal everyone, but you can work on yourself. You can work on yourself to find the healing you're looking for. So now let's see what Rainbow is going to confirm, whether you have met before or not, or yes. Okay, so acquaintances, employee, teacher. Okay, just bear with me a moment, okay? Okay, so I'm looking for the card that says, oh, I can't find one of these cards. Where is it? Yes, I found it. So we've got relatives, acquaintance, and friends, lovers. Okay, so we're going to shuffle and see which ones comes out, because these people have definitely been together before. I think I'll just go with the relatives cards, acquaintance, and then we'll go from there, yeah? And then whichever ones it picks, then I have to pick another one. Married couple. I believe that these people have been together before. And then lovers, yeah? We use these ones based on this reading that we've got here. And then I'll shuffle them, because as you and I can see, I'm not sure which one is which. You just mix them together and then just put them here. Okay, so let's see what Rainbow confirms, or let's see what he picks. So Rainbow, can you tell us what the past connection is here? Please give us some answers. Okay. I feel drawn to this one. Okay, so lover, what did I say? They've been together before. Oh yes, they have been together before. You have been together before and you want to be together again. So I had the married couple card and relatives as well, but it said you were lovers. This person was your lover in your past. So it could even be that since you have the two wheel of fortune here, two wheels here, or two times here, it could be that this time, you know, you are going to heal and to feel at home with this person, because this person used to be your lover. They used to be your lover, okay? They used to be your lover. This person that you are, you know, thinking about. They used to be your lover. Yes. Yes, because that's how I feel. You know, something changed. So it means that possibly, since we didn't have the married couple card, I would say that certainly something happened. And in this life, you want to continue. It was it's very good. I love this. I love this. So at least now you know that what you need to do is heal yourself, and be thoughtful of your words to whoever you are with right now, or whoever you will be, because that person you're thinking of, you know, when you're with them, or whenever you were with them, you would have felt like no place like home. You know, when you were with them, you feel like, yes, this is the person I want to be with. Or yeah, they have come back. Your lover from the past has come back. It could have been whichever life you had before together, but they definitely have come back. That's so interesting. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next reading, and I hope you've enjoyed this. So all you need to do is just appreciate what you've got, and be thoughtful of your emotion and your feelings and how you communicate. That's what you need to learn. You know, how you communicate with people. That's the main thing. That's the main thing you have to learn from that particular relationship. You know, being thoughtful of other people. But I feel that this has come together to remind you of what you had together, because you used to be lovers. So whether you end up marrying this person in this life, or whatever the case is, this person makes you feel at home. So hey. Okay, so there you go. This person was your lover in the past. Okay, cool. So we will move on to our next reading. Okay. Right. Okay, so can you see the lapis? Yes, there it is. Okay, so okay, what you need to learn, the reason why you've met in this life, yeah, is mending. Okay, so it's the Death card, seven of cups, the Hanged Man, you got the Devil, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Right. What you need to do, what you need to learn in this life, you know, or what you are benefiting, or what you need to know with this one. And this is the card that came up for you as to how you can manage this you know, this relationship. Okay, so now this is an interesting one. Okay. I feel with this relationship, there was a relationship, okay? There was a relation. Certainly there was a relationship, but this wasn't a very good relationship. Whatever relation it was, it wasn't a very good one, because we have the devil, we have the death, and death here is talking about, I mean, when it comes to love, it's ending, okay? And this one is manipulation. You're having lots. These are two women here, and when you have the hangman in a relationship, basically you know, it's more like you're being taken for granted. You know, you are hanging about in a relationship because this person have got a lot of options, so you are not that wanted, okay? You are not that cherished. Maybe you were a nourishing person. You used to, you know, you were a successful person. Whether you are male or female, it doesn't matter. But this relationship didn't end well. Maybe this person had a lot of money. This is pentacle. This is also pentacle, yeah? This is also pentacle, okay? So, being the base of the reading, could have been someone who the relationship could have been based on money, the basics, okay? I feel that there was a relationship, but it wasn't a very good one, because none of these cards in a relationship that we are reading here, if this card is also here, I personally don't feel it was a good relationship if you were ever together. So in this life you have come, the main reason why when you died or you passed on and you come into this life, yeah, the main reason why you are meeting in this life or being in this relationship with this person is mending. It's mending. I mean, I didn't select any of these cards. None of these were selected by me. And if any cards come and I'm not sure, I'll still shuffle again until they pop out. All these cards come out, they fall out by themselves. I don't select them. I prefer not to select them, because then I know Spirit has engineered this for you, you know. And when the mending card came, it confirmed what I felt this relationship is. Because having the devil here could, you know, manipulation. And if even you were in a good relationship, you definitely did split up for one reason or the other. So this wasn't a very good relationship. There's a lot of manipulation going on, and perhaps the base of it was money, you know, because this guy here is a Capricorn. It's a pentacle. This is also a pentacle, you see. So as they say, money is the root of all evil, but not quite, you know, but most of the time money is the root of some type of evil. But I felt there was a lot of manipulation going on here. And maybe this person had several choices, or you had several choices. But I feel with these, or even with this, yeah, people, the person, your other person, or it could even be you, yeah, whichever way, there was a lot of choices to choose. This is feelings, so these are cups, so, and this is a love reading, so we can connect them, yeah. And here, there's also he's also a water sign, you know. He's ruled by Neptune, so there's water and water and water here, so there is enough love subjects going on here. So this person has got a lot, so you have to hang about whether you are going to be selected as the person. And they felt they could you know, they could do whatever they want because you are hung to them. And here, looking at this one, it could be that they had money and they used that to control you, or you use your mind to control them. You know, this person you're thinking about. So we are talking about the life you had before, yes, the life that you've died and come back onto this earth, you see, and you have agreed in this life that you want to come back and mend things. So there's the two of you here mending things. So that is why you have met in this life, and you are mending things. That is your purpose. The purpose why, you know, you have decided to come back from the dead and met in this life again. Yeah, mending. And this one is going with the flow, because once you've learned how to mend, yeah, it's a matter of forgiveness. This is forgiveness, meditating and taking life slow. You don't want to be too hung up on all the past emotional hurt that you've had, you know. This is going with the flow, and this is, it says breathe, yeah, meditate, having calm. So once you've been able to mend things, you'll feel relaxed and go with the flow, and then you can meditate, concentrate on yourself, and fulfill your wishes in life, your other wishes in life. So your purpose for meeting this person in this life is to mend things. But it could even be that this person is not in your life, you know, because sometimes we when we die and we go to the land of the dead and we incarnate, before we reincarnate, we do have our contracts that we are subconsciously we don't remember. You see, we don't remember them because sometimes your brain hides it from you, you know. Sometimes you meet people, you just don't like them, you know. This could even be your neighbor in this life. This could even be anybody, you know what I mean. Have you been together in another life before? Yeah. But this could be that this is someone you don't like, or you could meet someone and you like them so much and you haven't got a clue why you like them. You have no clue. You see their face and you feel, oh my God, I like him or her. You don't understand. Maybe it's because of the past life you've had together. It wasn't good, so you see them right now. Something attracts you to them. You feel attracted to them. However, you know, you don't understand why you can't even stop thinking about them. So let's see what the garnet says. Yeah, let's see what it says for you. It says it's for passion. Rejuvenating stone, believed to protect against evil and terrifying dreams and to attract love. Okay, so if before love wasn't a good one, you know, this can help you attract love. That's very good. So self-understanding, you are passionate. You are a passionate soul with a courageous heart. Be confident and constant. Let go of inner demons, taboos, inhabitants, and fantasies. Recognize self-sabotage and expand your awareness into all that you can be. Virtue matters to you. You are capable of great devotion to a cause or a relationship and have a strong survival instincts. Okay, so survival instincts. Okay, right. So if you want to survive, looking at mending, yes, you want to survive, because in the past you have been treated like you didn't matter, even though I feel like you gave your all. You gave your all, but you were still treated like it didn't matter. You were left in a limbo. Maybe the person didn't treat you well. You didn't know where you stood, because this one is not standing. It's hanging about. So literally you were hanging about in that relationship. So when this one talks about surviving, you know, definitely, yeah. So let's continue. It says, for the divination, it says, take action now. A mystery is solved. Have courage. There is a way out. Turn a crisis into a learning challenge. If danger approaches, stay calm. And stay calm. You are protected. Yes, stay calm. You can stay calm by going with the flow. You know, going with the flow. You stay calm. Yeah. Be emotionally honest with yourself and others. You may attract a partner for sexual healing. Make no long-term commitment. It as it may fizzle out once the purpose is fulfilled. So this is also telling you, maybe because you've had these bad, you know, relationship in the past, that maybe you are with this person, maybe you never know. Perhaps what they want from you could be just sexual pleasure, because this could also be sexual pleasure, you know. Maybe that is why you were just hanging about and you have carried it on. Yeah. So for healing insight, say find an appropriate outlet for you, for your passionate and your emotions creates a well-being. Yeah. It is important. What this is, you can get this crystal to help you to deal if you have sexual problems, or you know, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel the need to say that, because when this guy also comes in a relationship reading, it talks about infidelity, or having been attached to sex, or being unfaithful. You could be unfaithful by, you know, physically cheating, or whichever way. But you know, if this stone is talking about sexual, saying that you have to be careful about someone who just wants sex from you, it also coordinates with this one. Yeah. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful whether maybe the relationship you have with this person was more to do with sex, you know. Well, it could be more to do with sex, or maybe because you have met to mend things. Right now in this life, you are not too bothered if it's just a one night stand, or a fling that is not a serious relationship. But maybe who knows, maybe the sex is good, so you get attached to this person. That's why you can't forget about them. Okay, so now we're going to ask Rainbow to tell us what this relationship was, because I'm intrigued to know, aren't you? So which cards are we going to use? Relatives, acquaintance, okay, married couples, lovers. No, we'll use these three, and then out of the three, maybe we can add friends. Yeah, because it doesn't look like it's a serious. Okay, so we will use married couple, acquaintance, relative, friends for this reading. I'm sure these people have been together before, so out of this we'll definitely find an answer, depending on which one he picks. Then we can consult the other cards. Yeah. Okay, so Rainbow, please tell us an answer as to what the relationship was in the past. Yes, this is where he's going. So let's see. Woohoo! An acquaintance. Oh, an acquaintance. Wow. Now that makes sense. If this was an acquaintance, having 7 of Cups, yes, and hanging about, it makes sense. Wow. This makes sense. An acquaintance in the past. Okay. Wow. These were the cards he didn't select. Married couple, relative, because relatives could mean all sorts, and we have other cards to clarify with that, or friends. Yes. So if Rainbow is confirming that this was an acquaintance, obviously if the death card has come, it wasn't long-lived. It wasn't a long-lived relationship. It was an acquaintance. So that is why they've got so many to choose from. They've got so many to choose from. And, if this person was an acquaintance, they have the tendency to be manipulative with money, as I was saying, with money, as I was saying. So, an acquaintance, yes. Okay. Wow. Wow. Wowzers. As they say, wowzers, yeah? So this was an acquaintance. And so it makes sense. So the death card came straight away. And the person has got a lot to choose from, yeah. So that is the, yes, an acquaintance. So whatever they did to you, or however the relationship went, it was hurtful. It was hurtful. And if it's an acquaintance, yes, acquaintance. If this card is talking about like one night stand, or talking about sexual stuff, it could also mean that it was just sex then. It was just sex. Because it was an acquaintance. It wasn't anything strong to it, just like I said before. Yeah, and this is also like sexual control. So this one comes in. And yeah, you got the acquaintance clarification. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and you are free to get this crystal if you feel the need to meditate with it. It says breathe, so you can meditate with it, or yeah, you can wear it. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and we will move on to the next one. Yes. Okay, so we'll put this one away. Right, so we've gone with the Malachite reading. Right. This is how it was. Yes. Okay. 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 So let's see what we've got here. Can we see everything? Yes, we can. I think this might be distracting you. Yes. Okay, so now that's better. Okay, so the base of this reading is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, now that gives me the feeling that this was a choice, whether to be with this person or not to be with this person. And the only female cards here is nobody's really looking at each other in these cards. Nobody is looking at each other. So I feel with that burning desire from the Queen of Wands, there must be some love connection, but for some reason it couldn't quite happen. That's how I'm looking at it, especially having this as the base. Two of Pentacles, you have to make a decision between two, whether for example, these are two knights, yes, but obviously this is the knight of this is the Nine of Wands. So this is someone who's working very hard, and this guy is also going to war. So it could be that it wasn't a relationship that was really recognized, but there must be a desire there. There must be a desire there in this relationship, or wanting this relationship, but it couldn't happen. It couldn't happen. It couldn't happen. Although we've got the Sun here, got the Sun in this reading, I personally don't feel like this relationship really went anywhere. This is the Ten of Pentacles, but I feel it's something that could have been. It's something that could have been. It could have been a possibility, but for one reason or the other, it couldn't happen. Nobody is looking here, It could have been something you could celebrate, but I mean, for me, I always look at the basis of the reading, and that tells me a lot. It was a choice that had to be made. So that's how I feel with this one. Yeah, looking at happy, nobody in this reading is happy here. Even the Queen of Wands, she ain't happy. Okay, she ain't happy. But this is this life that you have the key to happiness. I mean, I'm going to read it exactly as it is. Looking at how this woman feels, this is the reason why you've met. Because there's so much going on. You couldn't find happiness here, and you want to find this happiness here. And then feel at home with this person with Treasure Island. Okay, to treasure this person, because you didn't get the opportunity. I don't feel like you had the opportunity to be with this person. That's how I feel looking at all these images here. Nothing here shows that, oh, we're in love. Nothing here shows. Either you had to choose between concentrating on work, and they have to choose. They also have the tough choice. But it could have been a possibility. But this is a choice. Something didn't allow the two of you to be together. That is why this guy is upset. In this reading here, this knight is also ready for war. I mean, how can they seriously consider a relationship? So they have to choose their duty over a relationship. The base of the reading is Two of Pentacles, juggling between two. So you had to make that choice. And I suppose you made that decision to choose work. And maybe that didn't make you so happy. So in this life, you want to be happy and chill out, basically, you know, because this card kept falling out all the time. It kept falling out. So yes, this one is simply talking about this chop wood, talking about taking things, you know, the way I understand it, you need to chill out. It's simply like the treasure island, you know. This person makes you feel treasured in this relationship, or however you see them. You feel like they treat you well. Yeah, they treat you really well. And this one is saying, you know, take life very easy. Life easy. Take this relationship easy. Don't overthink things. Appreciate what you have got and take it there as it comes in a relationship. Don't be overly expectant of too much, because you're already being treasured, you know. So don't keep asking for too much. You already got everything you want in this life or in this relationship. Happy. That's the base. That's why you met. Happy. The reason why you've met is to be happy. And then you find the happiness with this one, this treasure, you know. So and then for your reading, it says Shiva Lingam. Okay, let's see what Shiva Lingam says. Okay. Right. I just want to read it so that at least, you know, you can hear what it says. Yeah? It's quite interesting when you have the full picture, because this is what you can do to address this situation. That is what all the crystal reading is, to address the situation, how you are going to achieve that, moving from this one, because this is when you have died and come back. Yes, you have chosen, you've made that decision to come back. So this is what is going to, something that this crystal or this stone can help you to overcome, you know, because it's all subconscious, you see. So that's what I want to read, so you know what it says. Yeah. Okay, so Shiva Lingam embodies the wisdom of the deities brought to earth. It symbolizes unity, deities, and manifesting the creative force. I'm sorry about my reading, yeah, but this is a stone that unifies two people. Okay, so for your self-understanding, it says be compassionate with yourself to heal. You have masculine and feminine and other deities, other dualities within your being. Integrate these to realize your creative power. A Shiva Lingam is produced from the trembling waters. Life shapes you in the same way. Go with the flow, okay? Go with the flow, okay? So soul sourcing reveals your divine core. If you were hurt or abused, be compassionate with yourself to create healing on all levels. So you could be hurt here, but you want to be happy. Okay, and you've got the key. You've got the keyhole here. You've got the key. Yeah. So the divination here is get back to basics and put passion back into your life. Honor your libido and create fire. Create balance. Expect a new relationship or rejuvenate an old one. Practice sexual magic. Cut ties where appropriate. Remember and create through the power of thought. Everything passes. In a turbulent time, unexpected benefits emerge. This is for the healing here. It says true relationships transcend earthly experience. It is rooted in the soul, on unification and unconditional love. Yes. And this, I find it quite interesting because I feel these people, this reading in this group, you didn't have the chance to be together, and there's a lot of hurt here because you had to choose. So you have to heal yourself to be happy. So let's see what Rainbow is going to choose or is going to say for yes, why you couldn't be together. Yes, these people work a lot, don't they? We'll choose that one. We'll choose that one. I don't feel this was a married, they didn't meet. They didn't have that opportunity. But this could be employee, you never know. So we choose this one. Could be that you are relatives, that's why you can be together. Okay. So we'll put this parent away and then choose. Okay, so this is a choice. Because based on the Two of Pentacles and because it's a choice, we are going to use lover, neighbors, friends, relatives, employer or employee, and acquaintance, because these people are occupied with something else. So that's why we got more cards here. Yeah, so we will shuffle them and then see which one Rainbow would choose for us. Okay, so okay, I hope you can see it. These are selected purely based on the reading, yeah? And then we can have our clarification with the, you can see. Okay, cool. Right. So Rainbow, can you please clarify for us why these people couldn't be together? Okay. Give us some answers, please. Why they couldn't be together. Yes, I feel drawn to this one. I don't know if you also feel the energies. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. So these are the cards. Neighbors. Says you are neighbors. Neighbors. Right. Okay, so that's the one we're drawn to. Okay. So if you were neighbors and you were busy working, oh my God. Yes, so it was a choice. You chose not to be together. You chose not to be together in that life because you were neighbors. And besides, I think it was to do with work, because It could have been, but you chose not to be together. This is a choice. You had two to choose, and you chose not to be together because you were neighbors, or it was your neighbor's husband, neighbor's wife, whatever it was. But this is also interesting. And yes, it's hard to be with a neighbor, isn't it? Why do you want to be with your neighbor? You might fancy your neighbor, but you know, not everybody wants to be with your neighbor. You might fancy them, but I feel with this, there was just so much going on. Could have been ages of years ago, or for whatever reason it didn't, you know, it couldn't happen. But you were neighbors, and you when you died, you both died. You chose to come to this life, to, you know, the sadness that you had, you want to be happy. It was sad for you both, because I don't see anyone smiling here. Not even the Three of Cups. Not even the Three of Cups. Nobody is smiling here. Nobody is smiling here, which is sad. So sad. Yes. So yeah. Okay. So thank you all for staying with me and having your readings done. And so I'm sure this person you are trying to connect to, you can find some meaning, and subconsciously you can find some healing that you're looking for, and you can move on and apply that to whether you are with this person, or you know, you've gone your separate ways. You can heal from this and then move on, and you can apply this to your current life, or your current love, or your future relationships, so that, you know, whatever this relationship is teaching you is to be calm, and be happy. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you another time with another pick a card reading or another monthly reading. Okay, thank you.